This is 7 News at 5.
Good evening, everyone. Mike Anthony is off tonight. Our big story, a black man being tried for the murders of 2 white college students could be facing an all-white jury. That was the prediction today of Jefferson County Prosecutor Stephen Stern. Jerry Eshman was in Steubenville and joins us now live in the 7 News Center with more. Jerry.
Brenda, jury selection started yesterday and will conclude tomorrow. And Stern told me today it could end up being an all-white jury. The very life of Nathan Boo Herring is at stake since he faces a potential death penalty if convicted of killing 2 Franciscan University students last year. Stern says the pool of black voters is small, reflecting the registered voters called from throughout the county. He is confident of getting an impartial jury, even among those who have seen extensive news coverage of the event.
If we get a jury, that means that those jurors have indicated they could be fair and impartial. It's really not that there's publicity. It's whether or not the jurors can set aside everything they've heard or seen about this particular case and judge this case solely upon the evidence presented in the courtroom and follow the instructions of law.
Stern told me he would never intentionally exclude anyone from a jury because of race, but he told me one potential black juror ended up being Herring's minister, and he should never have shown up at the courthouse to begin with. He also says a woman admitted that she could not stay impartial in the case. I'm Jerry Eshman reporting live. Now back to you.
A jury viewing is set for Saturday with opening arguments on Monday. All eyes are on the skies tonight, hoping the rain won't last all night. Broadcast meteorologist Michelle Kettler now has our first forecast. Michelle.
Well, Brenda, we are seeing some showers and even some embedded thunderstorms moving through parts of the viewing area. This is our latest radar picture. It looks like the majority of the activity is to the south and also the southwest of the Wheeling area. In fact, Monroe County, Noble County getting some heavier showers, and then southward from there, some heavier showers and thunderstorms. Now, there will be occasional rain throughout the entire viewing area this evening. There will be times when it's just cloudy, and then other times when you do get a shower or 2 around. But the heaviest rain and the strongest thunderstorms are going to stay pretty well to our south. Let's check some live weather information outside, see what's going on right now. Well, temperatures are only in the 60s at Buckeye North Middle School. In fact, it's 62 degrees there, and they did measure just a little bit of rainfall today. You know, one place that really does not want to see any rainfall this evening is Ogilvy Park. And that's where our John Dominic is now live. Hi, John.
How you doing? Nice evening overall. You know, it could be a lot worse. If this was a football game, we'd say, what the heck? Just pack it in. And that's what we expect you to do. This is the glorious time of the year when it should be warm. It's not quite that warm, but put on a little sweater, be what it may, and you'll enjoy this evening. It's just a tad, a sprinkle here and there, not even a drizzle. So come on out to Ogilvy Park. It's symphony, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes.
Thanks, John. We know thousands will be at that event and millions will be eyeing the Democratic convention tonight. It's the biggest night of President candidate Al Gore's political career. Last night, he surprised delegates by appearing on stage with his daughter. You see him there. Karina Gore Schiff is one of her father's closest advisors. In her speech, she talked about her childhood and the virtues and talents of her father.
I want you to know, to me, he's already won, for he's been the most wonderful father in the whole world. And it gives me great joy and pride tonight to second the nomination of my father, Al Gore, for President of the United States.
CBS News will cover Gore's acceptance speech and all of tonight's convention highlights beginning at 9 o'clock. New details are emerging now about the catastrophe aboard a Russian nuclear submarine. Film of that submarine now shows massive damage, apparently from a large explosion. Officials believe the crew had no time to react at all. British and Norwegian rescuers are steaming to the scene. New details tonight. A community resource center is causing controversy on Wheeling Island. 7 News reporter Tracy Grazier joins us now live to explain. Tracy, what's going on?
Well, Brenda, Youth Services System Incorporated has purchased the former Blessed Trinity School and Convent on Wheeling Island with the hopes to turn it into an alternative school and community center for the island, but that is bringing a lot of controversy with it. Now, YSS is a group of programs that services high-risk, high-need young persons. The alternative school offers children schooling when they're unable to receive an education through normal means for a variety of reasons. Now, this would only be a day school. Classes would be over at 6 o'clock, but neighbors are concerned about safety and crime. Director Ron Mulholland says that the alternative school is a part of a much larger picture, though. He says it's one that includes activities for all kids on Wheeling Island, homework clinics, teen dances, even a reading club. Mulholland says that the school's going to be there regardless, and the plan will work if the community works together.
But in terms of providing an opportunity for the kids, they're going to have to partner with me. And we've offered opportunities for volunteer work, and we've offered the possibility of creating an advisory group that would basically control what activities emanate out of that building on evenings and weekends.
Now, in another effort to curb some of those concerns of neighbors, Mulholland has also offered the building to neighbors for their Crime Watch group. Wheeling Island has wanted to form a community crime watch for quite some time now, so they're going to give them all of the resources for that and allow the building to be the central base for the program. For 7 News at 5, I'm Tracy Grazier. Brenda, back to you.
All right, Tracy, thanks so much. The alternative school has been in McMecken for 5 years and has never had a police call. Mulholland says they're leaving that facility for legal reasons. Well, still to come on 7 News tonight at 5, we'll take you back to Ogilvy Park for Music Under the Stars. And that's not the only thing in Wheeling that's in the spotlight. We'll explain next on 7 News at 5.
Will be hot days and nights at the Town and Country Days in New Martinsville. Every day there's fun for the whole family with rides, food, and fun attractions. But the nights really heat up with the hot country sounds of Jessica Andrews, rising Nashville star Shane Miner, and the Chandler Triplets from Pittsburgh. And the temps keep rising with sounds of the 60s and 70s from Aftermath and the country comedy of Cletus T. Judd. Don't miss a minute of it at the Town and Country Days in New Martinsville.
The health plan introduces Medicare Plus Choice. If you're on Medicare Part A and B, you can now enroll in a program to receive your Medicare benefits. It's easy to use, eliminates your deductible and coinsurance, and virtually eliminates all paperwork and claim forms. There's no medical screening and no pre-existing condition exclusions. Just present your health plan Medicare Plus Choice card and receive all your care from a health plan participating provider. It's that easy. Medicare Plus Choice from the health plan. Here for you.
Caldwell physician Thomas Murray, MD, is now accepting patients of all ages, including newborn. Dr. Murray is board certified in family practice and has additional training and experience in chemical dependence and emergency medicine. That's Dr. Thomas Murray, MD. His office is located at Noble Regional Family Care Center, 523 Main Street, Caldwell. For appointments, call 740-732-7022. That's 740-732-7022.
And now, 7 News at 5 continues.
Welcome back, everyone. Thousands of people are heading to Ogilvy Park at this hour. Music Under the Stars is a summertime tradition, and our John Dominic is there. John.
Yes, Brenda, it could be a little more sunny. It could be a little warmer. But with all of that said, let's move on. It's a nice evening overall. The crowds aren't coming yet. We're worried, I think, Sue, about the fact
7:15.
Yeah, they're all coming at 7:15.
And we just saw two beautiful 78-year-old ladies with their chairs and their little umbrella in case there's a lot of rain. But
there won't be.
There won't be.
No.
There absolutely won't be.
Let's talk about the show tonight. What's on tap?
We have Courtney Bassich doing a nice little surprise for us, a patriotic piece. But what we have is the Wheeling Symphony. And one of the musicians said since the Army Band of last year, of all the summers he's played, this is his favorite concert. It is a highlight of all kinds of music. There's even a surprise about West Virginia. And we have the Press Association here, too, visiting from around the state. So it's just beautiful music, fun.
And it will be an up-tempoed, and naturally, the crowds usually come at 5. This year, they're going to wait a little longer. But overall, It all starts at 7:30.
And 1812 overtures before the Prosciutto fireworks. What can we say?
And it's all going. There won't be a cancellation.
No.
No. That's out of the question. So enjoy yourself. Come, and the food is being prepped. I can smell some good food. We're going to test that out, and then we'll check back with you at 6 to let you know what's going on.
Bring the sweatshirt.
Yeah, bring the sweatshirt.
All right, thank you, John. Well, the history of Wheeling comes alive in a collection of books and videos by Creative Impressions, Art Studio of Wheeling. And Mark Davis got a quick look at this collection. What'd you think?
I love history, and I sort of felt like a kid let loose in a toy store.
I figured you would. I know you love history.
It's really a great collection. If you're into history, particularly the history of Wheeling in the early and middle parts of the past century, this collection is a must. Everything from mail pouch posters to trolleys and riverboats in the city's history. But owner Jim Thornton says by far the most popular item is a 1936 Wheeling News Register supplement of the 36 flood.
We have a supplement from the Wheeling News Register from the 1936 flood, and that was really an amazing. What we did was we took the original supplement from 1936 and we just reproduced it in a smaller scale, put it on parchment paper, and that's been great. It just shows what the entire valley during that 1936 flood.
These same people are involved in another story separate from the collection of memorabilia, and we'll have that story at 6.
Sounds interesting. All right, Mark, thanks so much. Well, the clouds roll in early and some rain this afternoon. Will we stay wet all night? We certainly hope not. Michelle is putting the finishing touches on her forecast. She's next. Don't go away.
For your brighter millennium, Belmont Technical College. Classes begin September 18th. Call now. Check out our schedule at www.belmont.cc.oh.us.
Tony Bennett will be live on stage at Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resorts Wednesday, September 6th.
I left my heart.
Catch this Grammy-winning recording artist center stage at the Harvey E. Arnault Memorial Theater and Event Center.
Oh, devil moon.
That's Wednesday, September 6th. We'll see you at the Harv.
Now that's entertainment. Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort. We'll leave the slots on for you.
Golden Grams.
Emily Brown, you've just won a trip to Hawaii. How do you feel?
Kind of hungry.
When you're eating Golden Grams, everything else can wait. Golden Grams, the taste too good to interrupt.
Now, you can get a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire CD-ROM game free. One on each of these specially marked boxes. Rated E.
The weather is brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Announcing the most amazing offer in Pizza Hut history, the Pizza Hut America online shopping spree. Now when you order the Big New Yorker for just $9.99, you get $30 free online cash. That's right, $30 free.
We'll take you there. Plus, the first confirmed case of rabies is reported in Weirton. And some new businesses open their doors in Marshall County. It all starts right now on 7 News at 6.
This is 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Karen Janiszewski. Frank O'Brien is off tonight. An all-white jury could be sitting in judgment of Nathan Boo Herring of Steubenville next week. Prosecutor Stephen Stern says today it's quite possible that 12 whites will make the final cut tomorrow night. 7 News reporter Jerry Eshman has the story from Steubenville, where jury selection enters its second day.
The stakes are as high as they can get for the 19-year-old Herring. If convicted, he could get the death sentence for the murders of Franciscan University students Brian Muha and Aaron Land. Stern says if the jury is all white, it's not because of prejudice.
No one intentionally excludes anyone because of race, creed, or color. And so the jury is supposed to be a cross-section of those that have registered to vote and are in the jury wheel.
Blacks make up only about 7% of the registered voters in Jefferson County, meaning there are few blacks to pick from for the jury. Stern said one is Herring's minister and never should have made the jury pool. He also claims a black woman plainly told him she hated whites and could not be fair. Regardless, Stern believes the county has a history of impartiality that will play itself out again.
In 20 years as prosecuting attorney in some very high-profile cases, some very heinous crimes, we've always been able to seat a jury in Jefferson County, and we've never had to change a venue in the 20 years I've been prosecutor.
A change of venue has been filed by the defense in this case, but the judge would only consider that if he feels an impartial jury could not be seated. Jerry Eschman, 7 News, Steubenville.
And Stearns says a move is underway that should put more blacks on juries in Jefferson County. After this trial, the pool will include not only registered voters, but licensed drivers as well. A West Virginia legislator is facing charges of drunk driving. Republican State Delegate Gil White was arrested early Sunday morning in Hancock County. Authorities held White in custody for several hours after he agreed to take a breathalyzer test. He was released on $1,000 personal recognizance bond. White faces a preliminary hearing on September 27th. If convicted, White faces a possible jail time and a fine. It's not dogs, but rabid raccoons that are concerning officials in Brooke and Hancock counties. The city of Weirton is reporting its first confirmed case of a rabid raccoon. Hancock and Brooke counties have confirmed cases of rabies. Officials advise people to stay away from wild or stray animals. And the city of Wheeling wants to control the population of another animal. So city officials have scheduled an urban deer hunt for the end of September. The special deer archery season will begin on Saturday, September 30th, and will last for 2 weeks. You're allowed 2 deer during this special hunting season. And turning now to our weather, where thousands of people are hoping the rain will hold off for the big outdoor concert tonight, Music Under the Stars. Broadcast meteorologist Michelle Kettler has our first forecast. Michelle.
Well, Karen, at this hour, it looks like the majority of the showers and thunderstorms are to the southwest of Wheeling. Looks like Morgan County and also Washington counties in Ohio getting some pretty heavy showers and also some thunderstorms there. Those individual thunderstorms seem to be moving to the southeast. In West Virginia, it looks like Pleasants and Tyler counties getting some rain, but no strong thunderstorms there. Here in Wheeling, we're okay. As we move through the evening hours, there will be occasional showers. Looks like the bulk of the heavy activity will stay to our south. Let's get some live weather information. Check out current conditions. New Martinsville School right now, only in the 60s, 63 degrees their current temperature, and they've measured about 0.04 of an inch of rainfall today. I'll tell you what's in store for Friday and your weekend coming up a little bit later.
New details tonight. Water service is on the way for more than 100 homes in Jefferson County. County officials feel so good about this project, they just cut a ribbon outside Smithfield today. 7 miles of water line will be laid between Smithfield and Dillonvale, but will include neither village. Superintendent Jim Zorbini says 125 homes will receive county water for the very first time.
This project is going to help because those people have failing wells, poor water quality. Not only will they have necessary water, they'll have fire protection up there. The system was designed with fire protection, as we try to do with all our systems.
And completion is expected in 6 months. Zorbini says the $1 million price tag is being cut by more than half since the county has elected to do the work itself. Another big project, this one in Cameron, West Virginia, hosts a pre-construction conference. The meeting got underway today with the 3 successful bidders on the city's wastewater system project. The project will include a new wastewater treatment plant and carries a price tag of more than $7 million. It's expected to take 18 to 24 months to complete. And a project to tell you about now. This one is scientific and could improve the Ohio Valley's air quality and curb health problems caused by pollution. Harvard University and Consult Incorporated have chosen Franciscan University as the host site for a series of studies on air pollution. The primary goal of the project is to determine the quantity and type of pollutants in the airshed and their effects on health. The project consists of 3 studies and should last 2 years. The Ohio EPA has decided to allow Hancock Manufacturing in Toronto to use a new, less expensive process to clean up contaminated groundwater on their site. The company manufactures oil filter casings and refrigeration compressor housings. From 1945 to 1979, the unregulated use and disposal of a chemical solvent resulted in the contamination of soil and groundwater on and near the plant. The company has now been given the okay to process the contaminated water through Toronto's sewer system. And over the past 3 days, more than 550 applications have been accepted by the Slade Transportation Company, which plans to open up shop in Monroe County. Company officials hope to hire about 125 people to fill office staff, drivers, and mechanics positions. Slade officials tell 7 News they plan to begin hauling freight November 1st for the Bear Corporation. All of the jobs are non-union positions, but Slay says the wages are very competitive. And a new restaurant opens its doors today in Moundsville. The Acapulco restaurant will serve Mexican cuisine. City leaders were on hand today for a ribbon-cutting ceremony in front of the business. The restaurant is located at 800 Lafayette Avenue. And they're celebrating another grand opening in Marshall County. The new Generations Birth Center at Reynolds Memorial Hospital is now opened. There are 3 labor and delivery suites and 5 private postpartum rooms. The new facility is state-of-the-art in design and in function. Well, coming up on 7 News at 6, it's time for your yearly checkup. Steelworkers find out if they're in tip-top shape. We'll explain next. And it's a rare find in the Friendly City. Find out how a history buff plans to use some negatives found from Wheeling's past. Stay with us.
Tony Bennett will be live on stage at Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resorts Wednesday, September 6th.
I left my heart.
Catch this Grammy-winning recording artist center stage at the Harvey E. Arnault Memorial Theater and Event Center.
Oh, devil moon.
That's Wednesday, September 6th. We'll see you at the Harv.
Now that's entertainment. Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort. We'll leave the slots on for you.
People love the new flame grilled hickory flavor of a Ponderosa steak. What could be better? Another Ponderosa steak. Now get all the flame grilled sirloin steak you can eat, or mini shrimp, plus our all-you-can-eat buffet and Baker's Nook for just $9.99. You finish your plate, you get another. That's how it works here. Who's up for a great steak dinner? Ponderosa Steakhouse.
Hi, Daddy. I'm really sorry I'm not going to be able to make it home for your birthday.
I understand, honey.
But at least I can give you this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
All-Tail Total Freedom plans with rates as low as $40 a month.
It's here. The 13th annual Ohio Valley August Furniture Sale is now in progress at Cooey Benz Company. You'll find outstanding furniture values from our country store to our Lazy Boy Gallery. Plus, you can buy with no down payment, no interest, and no payment until August 2001. And that's not all. One lucky shopper will win a $1,000 furniture shopping spree only at Cooey Benz Company. Stop in and register for this great prize as often as you wish. No purchase necessary. That's Cooey Benz Company, 36th on Jacob Streets in Wheeling, home furniture since 1897. Caldwell physician Thomas Murray, MD, is now accepting patients of all ages, including newborn. Dr. Murray is board certified in family practice and has additional training and experience in chemical dependence and emergency medicine. That's Dr. Thomas Murray, MD. His office is located at Noble Regional Family Care Center, 523 Main Street, Caldwell. For appointments, call 740-732-7022. That's 740-732-7022.
And now, 7 News at 6 continues.
And welcome back, everyone. It's a summertime tradition that packs the hills of Ogilvy Park. Music Under the Stars will feature the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra. Our John Dominic joins us live to tell us if we should take our umbrellas to this concert tonight. John.
Oh, yes. Take the umbrella. Don't really think you'll use it that much because the clouds are breaking. Rachel Warby, the maestro of the Wheeling Symphony. I think you've got a pretty nice show coming, and the weather's cooperating. What more can we ask for?
I don't think we could ask for anything more. Just in the middle of our rehearsal, it stopped raining and the sun came out, and I can see my shadow, so I'm in great spirits.
And people are coming, too.
Yeah. People are beginning to trickle in, and we're thrilled to be back here at the park for our annual Music Under the Stars concert. It's always a great event. Fireworks display afterwards. Fireworks by Wheeling Downs. We're so grateful to them for doing that for this concert, and we have great music that we're playing.
You're going to tell us about what the concert consists of? Or?
Well, I can tell you that after the rehearsal today, I've decided that my new favorite piece is by John Williams. No big surprise, and it's from Saving Private Ryan. So that was a great film, and it's a great piece of music. The orchestra has never sounded better. I love having them back.
7:30 is showtime?
7:30 is showtime. Be here. We're going to make it all happen.
Alrighty. It promises to be a nice show, and it promises to be really an ending to a great summer, and you guys do it so well. So we'll be waiting. 7:30, Park, Ogilvy, here.
All right, thanks a lot, John. It's not the hills, but the halls of Wheeling Pitt's Martins Ferry plant that were packed today for a health fair. The occupational health systems of OVMC and the East Ohio Regional Hospital hosted the health fair for all Wheeling Pitt workers. The fair included screening, education, and counseling, as well as informational booths from area organizations. If you didn't have a chance to stop out, you still have about an hour. The second annual event runs through 7 o'clock. And a retired Wheeling man with a passion for the city's history has made an unusual acquisition. 7 News reporter Mark Davis has our story.
George Jones of Wheeling has recently acquired about 2,000 old negatives from the 1920s and 30s. Jones tells how he came into possession of the negatives.
The janitor down at the McLean building was aware of the point in our trying to preserve Wheeling's history, and he located these prints somewhere in the bowels of the building. The Photocrafters Incorporated used to have a photography business in the McLean building, and evidently these were left behind.
Through high school yearbooks, Jones has been able to identify many of the negatives, but the bulk are studio portraits. So he's hoping people will come forth to identify them after prints are made.
If anybody's interested in acquiring any of us or helping us identify, why, we welcome that.
Jones works with Creative Impression Studio and the Point Overlook Museum in the pictorial preservation of Wheeling's past. Mark Davis, 7 News, Wheeling.
A variety of items reflecting Wheeling's history are available at the Point Museum on Grandview Avenue and at Creative Impressions on 15th Street.